guys, welcome to another live vidcast with the beautiful Xtreme Boss Babes. Today here we have Latoya, Shelby, Wanda, myself, May Renee, and today we have the opportunity of speaking with the beautiful Miss Liris Crosse. Is that right?
That's right. Hello, ladies. How are you?
Doing great. Well. How are you today, beautiful?
I'm pretty good. I've been running around all day, but I'm glad to be able to step outside my house for a quick sec.
Yes.
And currently, where are you now?
I'm located in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Brooklyn.
Yep.
So how's everything?
Brooklyn.
Hey, Brooklyn. So with everything going on, how is it for you in Brooklyn? And with everything going on in the world right now, how's things going?
Well, I feel like New York is trying to slowly reopen and reset. We've gone through a health pandemic. We've definitely been going through a racial, I don't know if we would call it a pandemic. I forgot the word we would call it, but we're going through different times with race in our country, which I'm proud of the changes that I'm seeing happen right now. But I think we're all trying to find our footing little bit by little bit. Work is starting to heat back up in my world, in the modeling world. Right. And I'm looking forward to getting in front of the camera again. Yeah. But truthfully, work didn't necessarily stop for me just because of the pandemic. If anything, I've been just as busy inside as I am usually outside. So I'm thankful for that.
Wow. Usually that's what bosses do. Yeah, we're going to find something to do.
Yeah, bosses take lemons and make lemonade.
Yes.
Right.
Don't cower at anything that comes to us. We try to find the silver lining in whatever is going on.
Right.
For me, I know a lot of people had that meme going around, like, just because you're in quarantine, you shouldn't feel bad that you didn't do anything and all this stuff. I'm like, no, you should be doing something.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's right. I love it.
Yeah. You should be taking this time. And it doesn't mean that you had to start a new stream of income, although I did. But it could be, you should be working on your relationships. You should be working on, your personal relationship. You should be working on your relationship with God. You might want to work on your fitness. You may want to take an online class. If this whole quarantine situation and nothing about you changed,
yes,
that's a problem.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
Totally agree. I agree. Totally agree with that.
That's a problem.
Totally agree with that. Yeah, but
you should be coming out with, a different mindset, new hope, maybe new love. Who knows? You should, the book that you always said you were too busy to write, it should be written by now.
Right.
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 Like, what are we waiting for? COVID, if anything, COVID showed us how precious life is.
Yes. That's right.
So you have to take advantage of these moments and live your life to the fullest. I am all about, like, the little Duval song, I'm living my best life.
Oh, yeah.
I want to live my best life. I want to fulfill my purpose here on the earth. So when I get to heaven, God says, well done.
That's
Amen.
right.
Amen.
Yeah, so just tell us, tell the audience and tell us just a little bit more about yourself and who you are and, some of your achievements and things like that. We want to hear it.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland. So shout out to Butterman and the rest of the crew, my B-More crew. Born and raised down there, moved to New York right after I graduated high school to pursue my dreams of modeling. Was told that I needed to lose weight. And I was a year-round athlete in high school. So, but thankfully, I pushed forward and I made my dreams happen. I ended up having an agency that took me on, which was Wilhelmina Models. They had a plus division. I didn't know that plus size modeling existed. but plus modeling starts at like a size 8 and up.
Oh, wow.
And they took me onto the division, and it changed my life. And I'm glad that I made the decision to step forward, because I went to this models convention in my 11th grade year, and I got callbacks from elite models from 17 magazine, and they all loved me, but they wanted me to lose weight. And so I went back my 12th grade year, lost some weight, got even less callbacks. But I pursued my dreams and I pushed forward. And that's one thing that an extreme boss babe would do.
That's
Absolutely.
right. That's
Give
right.
up. Yeah, you don't give up at the first sign of no.
That's
you
right.
figure out you're okay, I can't get in it this way. Let me try to figure it out. Maybe I can go this way. Okay, I can't get through it this way. Okay, let me go around this way. And get in. A boss babe figures it out. So I was a boss babe at a young age. And, okay. And I'm so glad that I stepped out of the people who told me no. I'm glad I stepped out of family members who had fears about what I was going to do. I stepped out, and now I've gone on to become one of the first plus models to win the model portion of Project Runway. Shout out to season 16 of Project Runway.
Yes.
Wow.
Congrats.
Also became the first Black plus model to walk the prestigious Barcelona Bridal Fashion Week over there in Spain.
Congratulations.
Yes, I am in XXL Magazine's Eye Candy Hall of Fame. I'm known for bringing fuller figures to the video vixen market. There's been so many things that I've done. You see me in videos from Jay-Z Do It Again to Beanie Man.
Yes.
Who am I? Simma, who got the keys to my Beamer?
Hey.
You see me in movies like The Best Man. I've been on The Wire, season 1, episode, I think it was 4 or 5. There's just a lot of things that I've been in, and I'm just blessed to be able to work doing the things that I love to do and still working.
Wow. Well, you've been around, and I mean, that is so amazing. You're such a beautiful lady, and you got so much going on, and you definitely is an extreme boss babe. You definitely doing the things that it takes. Boy, I tell you, I love that. I love everything about what you got going on. I see that you have a book right there, and the minute I saw it, I start zooming in, and I'm like, oh, she has a book. You know, I definitely have to get a copy of that. Your
Please
book.
do.
So don't, before we, get off, we're gonna want to know where to go in and, buy that book.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's that's pretty cool.
Yes, tell us a little bit about that book, because I did see that and I love that. Make the World Your Runway.
Yes, Make the World Your Runway. It's top model secrets for everyday confidence and success. The foreword is written by Tim Gunn, formerly of Project Runway. So to get the co-sign from my fashion fairy godfather, I mean, I was elated. And this is a book that I felt compelled to write after appearing on the Steve Harvey show and doing a Make the World Your Runway, like self-confidence boot camp for everyday women, as well as while I was on Project Runway, people just said, oh my God, I love your poise and your posture and your confidence. I wish I could bottle it up. And my thing is, you can't bottle up, you can't put me in the bottle. But what I can do is put my tips for confidence in a book, which can go around the world. So you can have a piece of my heart and my mindset. And I tell people that this is a book that helps you. This is a manual for you to be your best you.
That's right.
For you to be successful, for you to be confident. I don't want anybody trying to be the next Liris or the next me.
Yeah.
I want you to be your best you.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
So I take tips from my model life, my model experiences. I have different stories about throughout my career, things that I've gone through that have affected me in my prayer life, in the posture of my life. Like models, we're known for our posture and how we sit and stand. But what is the posture of your life? Who are you aligned with? And how are they affecting the posture of who you are? I talk about your presence. A model, a lot of times when they step in a room, you feel their presence. But guess what? people need to feel your presence, whether you're doing a podcast, whether you are walking across the graduation stage, whether you're walking into a restaurant for a first date, whether you're walking down the grocery aisle, whether you're walking into a job interview, they need to feel you.
That's right.
So how can you up-level your presence? Persistence. Models have to be very persistent.
Okay.
So I talk about different stories in my book about how I've been persistent and different keys and tips. So it's literally my model life. It's my model life combining with like a life coaching formula. And I guarantee you, after you read this book, you're going to have deepened purpose. You're going to have a renewed mindset. You're going to feel like you can go out there and get it. And who knows, you may read it and say, you know what, this is some of the stuff that I actually do know about, but I forgot about it. And I need to do better about this. So I say get the book. It's available on Amazon. If you want a signed copy, you can go to my website, which is lirisc.com, lirisc.com, and click on the book tab, and you can get a signed copy. It's a little bit more for the signed copy. Otherwise, you can go to Amazon and get a copy there, but you will not be disappointed.
And we would definitely get your book.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, really quick, Liris, what are some business tips or advice that you can give to our audience?
Business tips that you could give.
And the audience, most of our audience, you know, it's the new and existing businesses. So, you know,
Somebody that's just starting out, what advice would you give them?
Well, it's a few things. One would be careful how you treat people wherever you are.
Yes.
Because you may think, you know, you never know who you're going to need to rely on. So if you do good business and you do right by people, trust me, people come back to you because of the business that you do.
Yes.
So I literally was on a call earlier from a woman in Mexico who I worked with, and she said, you know, I want to work with you again because I know about your professionalism. I know what you bring to the table. And she just kept, like, at least 4 times in the conversation, she talked about my professionalism. And you want people to speak highly of you.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we go through life and we treat everybody like anybody. And you have to be careful with that. Because when you're starting a new venture, you never know who you're going to have to rely on.
right.
So be very careful how you treat people. Another thing is, one of the things I like to say is tap in. Tap in. What does that mean? Tap into your resources. Tap into who you are. Tap into your roller. Well, we call it our contacts in our phone. But I bet you there are certain things that you want to do with your business that if you really sat down and scrolled through your phone and put a list, well, dang, I forgot I had this person in my phone. This person can help me with marketing. This person can maybe post it on their Instagram for me. This person can maybe help me to come up with a better business plan. We meet people all the time, and we store their numbers in our phone. We store their emails in our computers, and we don't tap back into the resources that we already have.
Right.
I guarantee you have at least 10 people in your contacts that you can reach out to who can have a powerful impact in your business tomorrow.
Wow,
Yes.
that's amazing information, and that is so true. While you're talking, I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, wow, she is definitely telling the truth about all this. I love this. My God.
Thank you.
God.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do have a question for you. I was doing a little research on you and everything. Can you kind of tell our audience a little bit and kind of educate us about the Model Diversity Project? I love what you're doing with that. So kind of elaborate on that for us.
Okay, the Model Diversity Project was a project I came up with to basically take on diversity within our industry and show it through mediums of video as well as print. So the first version of it, we decided to tackle race because a lot of times Black models, we are the token model on set. There's so many times I go to a job and I am the only Black person in the whole building.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show that there can be more than one look of a Black model. She doesn't have to look ethnically ambiguous, and she doesn't have to look like she's from the motherland either.
Yeah.
We can be able to show all these different varieties. So we did a photo shoot where we had 3 Black models on set, as well as 2 non-people of color on set as well. Well, 1 non-person of color on set as well. To kind of flip the status quo of look at the beauty of this diversity and how it can be shown beautifully together. I think the strongest medium in the fashion world is editorial. And with editorial, that's why people buy Elle and Vogue and Harper's Bazaar, because they want to see these amazing fashion layouts. So we shot these amazing fashion layouts with me and a few other models, and it really got a great buzz because people were like, yes, I want to see more than just one Black model in a photo shoot. Or, you know, sometimes think about it when you're shopping or looking at a brand's Instagram and you see like one post of the post of the Black model or the Black influencer is like all the way down here, and then they have all these other ones who are non-Black, and you're like, hello. Especially as sisters, we have huge buying power. Why are we not seeing ourselves? Why? We spend money on hair, on makeup, on clothing. We love to look good.
Yes.
So why are we not seeing more of the different diversity, the different diverse ways that we look? We need to be able to be represented, because I always talk about how much representation matters. It really, really does matter. And that's what the Model Diversity Project is about. I'm hoping that we can do our next installation, hopefully around age, because beauty is important and representation is important with age in the fashion world as well. We shouldn't just stop and say, oh, okay, after you reach 25, we don't need to show models that look like you. And I know some amazingly beautiful women who are, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yes.
Okay? Who still look amazing, who still get dressed, beat face, step out there.
Yeah.
So they need to be represented too. And that's what the Model Diversity Project is all about. But I'm also going to shout out to a collective which I'm a part of called Models for Change Now. You can find them on Instagram at Models for Change Now.
Okay.
And it's a Black model-led collective who is really trying to create legislative ways to change the fashion industry to really create more diversity in lots of different ways. But right now, the hot button issue is Black models, because we go to jobs and people don't match our foundation right. They don't do our hair right. Sometimes you have Black models doing their own hair on set, and white models are just sitting there getting their hair and makeup done. That's not right. You should be able to have somebody who is skilled in all types of hair and makeup.
Right.
And we shouldn't have to feel like second-class citizens on a fashion shoot.
Right.
So I'm definitely championing with Models for Change Now. You can check out their hashtag that they have right now. They have a challenge called My Black Model Life. So hashtag My Black Model Life.
Yeah, and I noticed, I just looked it up down too, and I noticed that they're really big on Black Lives Matter,
Yes.
And I'm noticing that. And how are you feeling about that?
It's actually a model chapter of Black Lives Matter as
Okay.
well. So we're not just using our voice to talk about our hair and our makeup.
Yes.
We're also using our voices to speak up for people like George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Elijah McClain, I think it is.
Yeah. Rashad Brooks.
So, we're more than just pretty faces.
Yes, I
We're
definitely
extreme boss babes.
Yes, I love it. I love it.
Yes, definitely. Make sure.
Yes.
Yeah, let them know about us. You know, they can definitely go to extremebossbabes.com on Facebook, Instagram, and they'll be able to see the great things that we're doing. Because our platform is pretty much based on, you know, for new and existing business owner. And even if you have that passion or that business you want to start up, let us help you. Let us guide you. Because, you know, we all can eat together. And that's the problem, that a lot of people think it's competition. And, you know, and that's
There's
not what it's
more
about.
There's more than enough room for everybody to eat.
Right.
If you really believe, for me, I'm a believer, I believe in God. So I believe, and my God is a God of abundance.
Yes.
So why would I think that just because this person starts a business that's similar to mine, that I can't start a similar business?
Yes.
Right.
If God put it in my heart for me to do it, I should do it.
That's right.
Because there's some people that are going to want to eat from her table, and there's some people that are going to want to eat from my table. Just like some people don't, you know, McDonald's is big, but some people like Chick-fil-A. Some people like Wendy's. Some people like Burger King. There's choices out there.
That's
Burger
right.
King ain't say we're going to close all our stores, or because McDonald's is just killing it. No, they're just going to figure out and find their lane, because this is another thing in business. Your tribe will find you, period.
Yes.
That's right.
Your tribe will find you. The people who are supposed to be a part of your business, who are supposed to support you, who are supposed to buy your products, they will find you. As long as you keep doing your part, putting out good products, marketing well, doing your best to push your brand forward, they will find you. That's one of the things I had to learn with my Life of a Working Model boot camp. You can find us on Facebook or on my website, liris.com, Life of a Working Model Bootcamp. I started that because there were so many models who were asking me questions about how to break into the industry, or girls who wanted to up-level their careers. And my thing was, okay, I cannot answer all these questions through Facebook Messenger. I need to package this correctly and open doors. And I had the idea for a while, but truthfully, guess what? Even I get scared sometimes. But one day, I just posted I was going to do it, and I put it on Facebook. Because sometimes I have to throw all caution to the wind. And for me, throwing all caution to the wind is when I post something on Instagram or Facebook. So sometimes I don't even have it all figured out, y'all.
Yeah. Well,
Been there.
that's how it works.
That's how.
That's how it works.
I
You
just
never know
post
who
it,
somebody
and then
holds
I'm
you
like,
accountable.
okay, well, I need to connect part A with part B. Okay, here's C, here's D, here's E, here's F. Okay, got it.
Right.
Sometimes you have to do the uncomfortable thing. So the uncomfortable thing sometimes is just jumping out there. So I jumped out there with the idea of my Life of a Working Model Bootcamp, and I remember I was just like, God, if I could just get like 7 to 10 girls, oh my goodness, I would just be so thankful. I had got this really small room to do the class.
Yeah.
How about God blew my mind? I had about 45 women
Wow.
that ended up coming. And that just shows you how sometimes God is waiting on you to like just jump out there, jump out of your fears, do the uncomfortable thing, move to the uncomfortable place, try something new, just do something different, start that business. You don't know how you're going to get all the stuff to pay for it, but just start.
That's
you
right.
know?
That's right.
And a lot of times when we just start, then God blesses it. He's like, okay, oh, she stuck her toe in the water. Let me send this person to help her. And let me send that person to help her. And I said, literally, things just came together. I had a girl who reached out to me. Hey, do you need somebody to assist you on this project? Yes, I do. Oh my goodness, thank you. Because these registrations are rolling in and I didn't expect all this.
Yeah.
And literally everything just came together. Hey, I want to speak on your panel. Do you need more help? Just start. Start.
That's right.
Start.
I'm with you. I'm with you when you write. I love it.
Yes.
I
And that's definitely
I
motivation.
love how you are stressing that. That just, it's just blowing me away because you're actually being able to let my audience know, because everything you're saying is what we are going through when it comes to
Yes.
new and existing business, because those are the ones that we are helping. You know, those new and existing business, whatever they come to us for, when they come to us, you know, we share the same things that you just said. So sometimes what we like to do is let them hear it from other successful people like you, Liris. I love the way I love the way you made that. I mean, you said that. You just, I mean, you can say it no more clear than what you said.
Thank you so much.
Jeez, I love it.
Step
But,
out on faith.
So how long have you been modeling? I mean, and why did you start?
Well, I started straight out of high school.
Okay.
I've been modeling for over a decade now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 4 times over because the average model's career is the career span is about 5 years.
Oh,
Wow.
I've blown past that, and somehow, some way, I've stayed relevant and consistent within my market. So I am thankful for that.
Yeah.
Now I am a trusted voice within my industry, and I thank God for that because people can look back on me and see that you can make it. People can look back to me and get quality advice.
Yeah.
So I'm thankful for that, and I still have so much further to go. So.
Oh wow! I mean, you are there. I mean, I just love everything about you, and just sharing what you're sharing with about how everything around the modeling and things like that. But I know that there's a lot of other things as well that you have been involved in, and I just like for you to speak on that, like so we can hear it and the audience can hear it as well. Like, what are some other things besides the modeling you've been doing?
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
I heard something about the X. You was in some type of Xbox. Was it?
It's Final Fantasy 15. You're the
Yeah.
first black model.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Was it the Final Fantasy 15?
Yes, Final Fantasy 15. I was the first Black Plus model to
Yes.
do
Yeah.
a video game.
Yeah, the video game. That's what it
Yes.
is.
Video game commercial for that. I also was one of the first Plus models to get my own video game character, and that was for Def Jam Icon.
Yeah.
People have seen me, like I was saying at the beginning, have seen me in so many things from Baby Boy, The Inside Man, The Wire, Brooklyn's Finest. I will always pop up on your screen. You be like, oh my gosh,
Liris.
she's in this. So,
I'm gonna go look for you when I watch
I've
Baby
done
Boy
all
now.
types of things
Me
from
too.
fashion shows for like Rip the Runway.
Yes.
I've walked for designers like Burnett, New York. I got the Full Figure Fashion Week Model of the Year award in 2017.
Yes.
I got the Model of the Year award from Fashion Awards MD. I think that was 2015. It's just been amazing,
Yeah.
all the things that I've been able to do. And right now, I'm actually the official spokesperson for Maggie Sotero Designs, which is a bridal retailer who is in over 60 countries. And as let me say this, because we all sisters here.
Yeah.
When we are shopping for wedding dresses, you hardly see black models in the ads.
Yeah.
You even more. You hardly ever see a Black Plus model.
Yeah.
You don't see her. They usually always go with white.
Yeah.
So the fact that I've been working with this company for the past 2 years now, and we've made so much leeway from the Barcelona Bridal Fashion Week to literally boutiques have told me how much I've helped to impact sales because African American brides have been able to come in and see a piece of themselves during that shopping experience. To say, oh my gosh, wow, she looks great in that. Wow, I didn't know I could wear a dress like that because she's wearing it, because of my size or because of my shape.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. Especially when you're shopping for such a special, hopefully once in a lifetime moment like your wedding.
Yeah.
I am so honored to be a part of that process for so many women, whether they are drawn to me because of my size or drawn to me because of my race. just to be within that market and to knock down barriers where we are not seen. And my pictures are used across the world. It's amazing to me. There was a retailer who carries Maggie Sotero in Africa, and our sales rep is a white South African lady, and she sent the pictures to her, and she said the lady called her back literally like tearing, because she said, oh my God, my prayers have been answered. This woman would buy the wedding dresses for her shop and reshoot them on all black models because she never had pictures of black models in the wedding gown. And she wanted her black African brides to be able to come in and to be able to see themselves.
Yes.
Wow.
So this was the first time, as far as that line that she brought into the shop, where she felt like, oh my God, I don't have to spend this money to reshoot these campaign, all these dresses all over again. And these are the things that we don't even realize happen. But this is why representation is so important across the globe.
That's very inspirational.
Wow.
It really is.
Wow.
Yeah. We definitely appreciate all the hard work that you're doing and what you're really representing for, a lot of black women, especially,
Black girl magic.
Yes,
And I
Black
have
Girl Magic.
Right. I have a niece who's a model. Yeah, I have a niece who's a model.
Yes.
And she's really, really thin. I think
Yeah.
what
Denicia, yes.
Yeah, she's probably a size 1. And so if you had to tell her anything, I mean, she's doing really well in modeling as well.
Yeah.
She's always in something. She's always on, she's always at photo shoots, different things like that. So she's doing pretty good, but there's a lot you've done, and you've been in it a lot longer than she has.
Yeah.
What would you tell her, or what kind of advice that you would give any young model starting out?
Well, one thing is this. I think a lot of times young models come into the game and they think that they work for their agents.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually incorrect. You work with your agent. Your agent is your partner. You take what your agent sends you, but you have the final say. I think a lot of times models have always operated in a place of weakness, thinking like, I have to do what my agent says. No. You have a choice in this. You all are partners in getting to the bag together. So once we change that mindset, I think it'll actually help to empower the next generation of models. We should be talking to our agents as business partners, not as, oh, woe is me. What can you do? What do you need me to do? You need to operate from a place of power.
Wow.
So that's number 1. Number 2, I would say research models who are hot right now. Research different poses you should use, different designers, stylists, hair, makeup, photography. Research models who came before you and things that they had to go through to get where they are now. And take some of the fuel from their stories and let it to help fuel you. Another thing, remember that you are fearfully and wonderfully made by God.
Oh, yes.
So no matter how many no's that you get going out there, because models do a lot, they get a lot of no's, okay? Trust me, I get a lot of no's. But you have to remember who you are and whose you are, okay? And then number 4, I would say just keep God first and everything will literally fall into place. I ain't perfect, truly ain't perfect, but I love God, and when I need to call on him, I do. So don't be afraid to call on him, and don't be afraid to call on your family members and friends who support you and see the beauty and the goals that you have for yourself.
Yes,
Wow.
that's some great
Love the
advice.
advice.
Yes,
Love
definitely
the
for her to
advice.
take. Because I think her struggle is who to trust, you know, of being taken advantage of so much. It's just finding that balance of who to trust, the right team to really take her to the next level, you know, because she's beautiful and talented and she's done a lot, you know. It's just that trust part is the biggest challenge, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And another thing with contracts, I would say, don't be in such a rush to just sign any paperwork. That's
Okay.
where a lot of models and as well as musicians too get tripped up,
Yeah.
Okay.
and they get in these horrible contracts. I always say it's the Holy Trinity that needs to look at that contract. So you need to look at it. Somebody you trust, whether it's your mother, your father, or a good friend, needs to look at it, and a lawyer needs to look at it.
Okay.
Wow.
So make sure you get that Holy Trinity.
Yeah. For sure.
So,
Yes, definitely. Go ahead. Sorry.
So as far as, as far as business and things like that, as I told you earlier, what our platform do, and I always try to make sure that there's always a message, coming from any of our talent or, that comes on. We always just try to share something with these business owners, do things with the business owners, because there's so many people out there that they just, they watch us and they want to just, they need the support of us right now. And they love the fact that talent is coming on and just sharing things with them. So that's just where I like to take it. A lot of times I want to just, get out of you. What would you tell them? Like before you, what would you say to them if they came to you and say, hey, I started a business, but I don't know what to do next. I started my business. I don't know what to do next, but I did start the business.
Actually, it would probably be one of the same things I would tell a model. Just you need to research
Right.
again.
Right.
Really, I think a lot of times we just want to say, oh, okay, well, that's cute. Let me just post it. No, sometimes there are things that it's a science to it.
Right.
And you have to find the right formula that works for you. So you need to get to the drawing board and research and ask different people within your network. You need to ask the boss babes in your corner and say, how can I improve upon this? Look for different business coaches. Look for different webinars and courses to help to take you to another level. Pray about it.
That's
Ask
right.
God to reveal certain things to you so that way you can kind of not be stagnant in where you are.
Yeah.
You can really move forward. And again, going back to that tap in.
Right.
Go through your contacts and figure out who can really help to give you advice, add to your business, partner with you on different things, and think ahead. Think ahead. I know you may say, I don't know what to do, but think about, ask people that are younger than you.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I think people are very dismissive of the young people, and I'm talking about like the teenagers, the teeny boppers, No, ask them, because a lot of them are, especially with technology, they're on the pulse of now, and they can kind of sometimes see things in a way that we may not see them.
Okay.
And they can give you that one tip that can really maybe change the trajectory of your company.
Okay.
Right.
You never know. Ask them, how do you see my company? What can I improve upon?
Okay.
And value their opinion,
Right.
because you want to keep that door open.
Yeah.
I have people who are older than me that I look up to, and I have people who are younger than me that I look up to. And I respect their opinions, because you need to hear from a whole bunch of different voices, not just a voice that necessarily looks like you, same age as you, same race as you. No, you need to hear from one of your white friends. You need to hear from one of your Indian friends. You need to hear from a business person who's much younger than you, may be ahead of you in certain ways. Remain a sponge.
That's right. Oh, I
Be
love it.
open to criticism.
Right.
Be open to learning and learning new ways to do things.
Yes.
Okay, and this will be my last question for you. I know you modeling and everything, so how are you keeping yourself physically in shape? Are you exercising? Just tell us what's going on with that. I know it's plus size. But
yeah, well, we already know that just because you're plus size doesn't mean that you're unhealthy. Just like
right.
just because you're skinny doesn't necessarily mean that you're healthy either, darling.
Yes.
That's right. Absolutely.
We don't let people get us twisted or fall down that that Alice in Wonderland hole. We don't.
Yeah.
So for me, I just do a lot of stuff just walking.
Okay.
I'm walking when my trainer opens back up his gym, I will be back at the gym with my personal training sessions. I'm not a person who likes to work out for a very long time. One of the things that I do is like high interval training, so I can train here at home. Sometimes I'll just go walk around the neighborhood.
Okay.
Fun fact, Beyonce's Black Parade, honey, perfect workout song. I went out to the park across the street from my apartment, and I was doing squats and high kicks and shimmying.
Yes.
And this is the thing, you don't have to, I tell people, you don't have to be a great dancer, but just move. Just dance.
Yeah.
Just move your body. Another thing I do is, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm known for doing these activations in the morning to activate my body.
Yes.
I just do a series of stretches because I want to improve my core, my flexibility, and it just helps my body to feel better.
Yeah.
Oh.
As a model, we're standing on our feet all the time. I have a herniated disc in my back. So for me, stretching is essential because it helps me to activate my body and for my body to feel much better.
Yeah.
So for me, stretching, high interval training, walking, and I drink tons of water. I don't keep like soda or juice in my house unless I'm like having people over. So I'm constantly drinking water.
That's great.
Oh, great.
Yes, for sure.
Wow.
Yes.
You
Well,
are-
definitely, before we thank you for all the great advice, before we wrap up, we know you have a boss up motto. We always like to leave our audience, with a boss up motto. What is a motto of like a quote or a saying that you kind of use on an everyday basis or you would give advice to about?
I couldn't hear it. Can you say it one more time?
It's like a boss up motto, some type of quote or saying that you like to say or that you would like to leave with the audience.
I'm trying that because I don't want to say something that I would usually say. I want to make it unique. So
Yes.
let me say it. Okay. People speak from the level of life and experience that they've been through.
Okay.
So remember that when you sometimes share your dreams with different people, because somebody will say, like, I'll give you a prime example. Liris, family members, Liris is moving to New York to model for what? Like, if she's crazy.
Okay.
That's because they never saw it done.
Right.
They never saw it done. So they couldn't believe in it because they've never seen somebody go out there and do it.
Okay.
Now that I've done it, I've made them, eat their words. But people speak from the level of experience that they've had. Another example would be, I remember when I had a certain amount of followers on Instagram, right? I would say, oh my gosh, some of these models, they never reply to their people. They don't even like their comments and da-da-da-da-da-da. Until I got more followers and I saw how the notifications came in. So when they group them together, of course you're gonna miss certain people saying stuff and you're not gonna always be able to catch it. I was speaking from the level of experience that I had.
Wow.
Looking at them saying, how could they not? I didn't know. And there's a lot of people who are going to speak from the level of only what they know.
Yeah.
And comment about your ideas, comment about your choices in life.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be smart and say, you know what? They just don't, they've never seen it done.
Yes.
Or it's foreign to them, so I can't put too much validity in their opinion.
Yes.
So be smart about that as you're doing stuff with your business, as you're moving about in your life. Remember that people are speaking from the level of experience in life that they've encountered.
Wow, what a great message.
That's a great message.
That was very great. I love that.
Thank you.
I really
Thank
do.
you.
I mean, you know, you just never know. I like the whole example of how you put that out. Jeez, that's amazing.
If you can tell us one more time where they can go and find your book and your website for us again, please.
Yes, please go get my book, Make the World Your Runway. Top Model Secrets for Everyday Confidence and Success on Amazon. You can either just type in my name, Liris Crosse, or if you would like a signed copy, go to my website, which is lirisc.com, lirisc.com. Click on the book tab, scroll down to the bottom, hit that PayPal button, and put your book order in. And I look forward to signing your books, or I look forward to seeing more orders from Amazon. So just thank you so much. And also, please follow me on social media at Lirisc, Lirisc on Instagram and on Twitter. And look me up under Liris Crosse on Facebook. I have 2 pages on there. And if you're interested in my model boot camp, go to on Facebook, look us up under Life of a Working Model Boot Camp.
All right, we love it. Also, Liris, just, you know, we would like to have that in exchange, because we definitely will be sharing everything about you, your book, and, you know, just the entire story of what you got going on surrounding you. So same here with Xtreme Boss Babes. You know, anybody out there that's looking for any advice, support on new and existing businesses, whether it's from websites to marketing to just, you know, getting incorporated and forming their business, we are the people for them. Xtreme Boss Babes, same thing here. You know, share, let it, you know, let the, you know, the world, your world, a world that, you know, friends, family, anybody that you know, to check us out on xtremebossbabes.com and on social media,
Instagram at
social media platforms.
Yeah.
Xtreme Boss Babes as well. So
Awesome.
yeah, so don't forget us, because we will not forget you.
Yeah, we'll definitely be getting that book.
And we will be getting that book. I
Yes.
gotta have that book.
Yeah, Make the World Your Runway. You got me inspired.
Yeah, I love it already.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a big believer that we make the world our runway with how we color the world, how we show up. So when you show up confidently, you paint the world with your smile, with your hair, with the color that you decide to wear. So I want everybody out there to step out and go make the world your runway, live your best life.
Right.
Thank
And
you.
we definitely will share that. We, to make sure we say that when we, it's coming down the timeline, those things that you shared with us today about what, the modeling, the Make the World your runway, your book, everything. We will share that. Yeah, make sure we share that.
Thank you so much.
Yes, we appreciate you tonight for coming on with us and talking to us. It's been our pleasure.
Yes.
We really excited about. We are excited about having you here with us.
Thank you, Liris. We appreciate it. You have a great night, and thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Bye.
That was great. Mwah.